Alrighty, folks, well, welcome back to another edition of W7 Live. Got a great counterpart tonight, all the way up from the south. I was able to steal him away from Gary for a night. Coach Tsipis, good to have you up. We're glad to have you up here for a big matchup between a couple of the state's top-ranked teams in Neenah and Appleton East.
Well, it's great to be able to, have two teams, that are in that top portion, not only of their conference, but of the state and the Division I level. So really excited to watch, these two teams play. Obviously the first time through the conference, and then see that improvement. We've already had a chance, you and I, to call a Neenah game against Arrowhead. And again, Neenah's only 2 losses against number 1 Hortonville in a great game. They were winning at halftime, winning in the second half on Friday night. And then even versus Arrowhead, ranked number 3 in the state, that they lost to, in the Kettle Moraine Thanksgiving tournament. So
yeah, I mean, talk about it. So far they've gone against number 1 and number 3, and now here going to try their hand against number 2.
Yeah, it's, and it's two teams that, mirror each other. Both teams averaging over 70 points a game, giving up less than 47. Something's got to break with that tonight. But again, some really individual stars in our state. Both Emily LaChapelle as a senior and Lily Hansford, Sammy Byer from Appleton East as well. And then on the other side, you have the state's leading scorer in Allie Zabel coming off a 41-point performance on Friday night.
Yeah, 41 points against, not Appleton East, but Hortonville. We were supposed to be at that game, but we ended up at West Lapeer and Xavier, another fine dandy of a game there at the Division II, Division III levels. So glad to be back here, though, in the Valley. And it's been a while. I think I had East first 3 games of the year. I was down here at Appleton East. We got to know each other, walked in the gym, and felt like long-lost family members.
There you go. There you go. Well, I had the pleasure of recruiting Emily for the last 3 years, and you can say what a great player she is, but her and obviously her brother's playing at a great level, for the number 2 ranked boys team in the state, and her parents, and obviously Joe being the head coach, are as good a basketball people as they are. They're better people as human beings, and so they're going to take good care of us. And with Coach Brunel, you're always going to have a well-coached team. I'm really looking forward to it. I remember watching both of these games on live stream last year when we couldn't be here in person, so I'm even more excited. Got the band, we got Christmas costumes going on, we got a little bit of everything.
We'll maybe get a picture of that later on, but we're just to the left of the island of misfit toys, I think I'm going to call them, in the most kindest ways. They're all dressed up in boxes and things like that. So
I told you it makes a little more sense now than it did in the parking lot when I was coming in. People popping out of the back tailgate with boxes on. So
absolutely. Well, hey, we'll take a quick break. We will be right back with a little more pregame. We got about 9 minutes to go before national anthem and starting lineups. You're listening to W7, presented by our good friends at Jolly Good Soda.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin. Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
Well, back here at Appleton East, about 7.5 minutes left to go here before starting lineups and national anthems. Coach, you had a chance to sit down and talk with both Brunel and La Chapelle, respectively, their thoughts on the game coming in this one.
Yeah, I think, they feel like they've challenged each of their programs to start the season in a non-conference sense. Obviously, Coach La Chapelle took the Patriots up to Minnesota, to play nationally ranked Hopkins, the same high school that produced Paige Beckers. And the end result wasn't what he wanted, but I think the weekend trip was. They came back and beat a very good Becker program the next night. And you talked a lot about having the families together. They played at 2:30. They still stayed overnight that night and had games and stuff. And again, I think something with Coach La Chapelle is what we all appreciate about really good coaches is he's using this experience as a life learning experience. And, I think
Absolutely.
Understanding that and knowing that helped them. You're not going to simulate that type of speed that Hopkins had. And, except for a small window, they were right there. Obviously, the end score I don't think is a result, is a result, but not true of what they were able to do. And, on the other side, you see where, Neenah's lost 2 games, but as we've talked about, losing to, Hortonville and Arrowhead, I think they've challenged themselves. You've started to see some of those secondary pieces, and I think that was something Coach Brunel was hoping tonight. Can they score inside with Amaya Jones? He feels like that might be an area where, Appleton East really, in some essence, plays, 5 guards, the 2, with Lowry and Tori Neubauer, they're kind of, guard forwards, but he's excited. They had the lead against Hortonville. He said, they made him play too fast, and some turnovers hurt him, and obviously a 6-point game at the end, but I think he's looking to see can some other people step up. When Allie, is able to take over, she's able to do it a lot easier when other people are threats on the floor. So excited. I think both see it as nobody's winning a state tournament tonight. It's going to be a great test as they go into the Christmas season here as they get ready for the fuller slate of Fox Valley games.
Well, and you always say it's hard to beat a team 3 times. You're Hortonville, you're at the top. You've already seen Neenah. You're going to see an Appleton East here coming up. It's going to be really interesting to see, especially with that sectional draw, regional and sectional draw, what takes place throughout the course of the regular season. And then they go back through that, maybe potentially the 3rd time. And Neenah, Hortonville, Appleton East, Neenah, and Kimberly are probably all going to see each other as some combination there, whether it be a regional final, sectional semi, or sectional final. So it's going to be interesting to see how these little bit younger teams, like you talked about, a Neenah younger team growing against these more experienced Appleton East and a young but experienced Hortonville team with a lot on their mind. With a big-time goal.
Well, and I think you make a great point because you're talking about having 4 teams right now in the top 10 of the biggest, division in your state. How many other states can say that? And they're going to beat each other up. I think that's an understanding of what do you learn from each game. I joked with Coach Brunel. Is there somebody at the that did the schedules that was upset with you to have Hortonville on Friday and then Appleton East on Monday? But he was really professional and said you have to play him at some point. Granted, I'd rather not play him maybe back to back, but
and I like it playing them back to back headed into the Christmas break. Now it gives you a little time to work over the Christmas break before you come back and get them the second time, late January. And now depending how the schedule works out and that, you're about halfway through this, you're on the back half of that first time through, so you're going to see them on the back half again. Be really interested to see Neenah maybe play a little bit spoiler down the stretch for some of these teams that might be looking ahead to the postseason.
Yeah, we saw it last year, right? Kimberly's only loss is to Neenah, at 15-1 in the league. And, I thought Coach Brunel put a really good optimistic spin. He said, if you're going to play somebody back-to-back, at least they're the similar styles. Obviously, Appleton East isn't going to play as frenetic as Hortonville, and that's by no means a poor comment against Hortonville. But no, you're going to see full court pressure. You're going to see good man-to-man. You're going to see a pace. And he said that's where he felt like you can't simulate that in practice. And he said hopefully what was simulated on Friday when we played Hortonville will help us be better today.
Well, and the length and the shooting and everything else is going to be there. The physicality inside as well. So basically, you just scrub the scouting report, put new names on it, and move some pieces around, and shooter, driver, force or left, force right, whatever it might be.
Yep.
And it's the same thing. You're not trying to remix the game plan of somebody that's going to see, like you said, a lot different style. No, they're going to slow it down, or they're going to sit back in a 2-3 zone, and we got to run a low zone offense. But hey, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back with national anthem and starting lineups just inside of 2 minutes. You're watching W7 presented by Jolly Good Soda.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
Basketball fans, to this evening's Fox Valley Association matchup between the visiting Neenah Rockets and your own Appleton East Patriots. Appleton East and Neenah encourage athletes, coaches, and fans to exhibit the best in sportsmanship during our high school contests. Positive and enthusiastic support from spectators, coupled with energy and excellence on the court, is unbeatable. Thank you for your support of high school athletics. Please enjoy tonight's contest. At this time, I would like you to please rise as you are able. Kindly remove your hats and face our nation's flag. Join the Appleton East High School pep band as we honor America with our national anthem. And now, let's meet our starting lineups. First, for the visiting Neenah Rockets, under the direction of Coach Andrew Brunel. A 6-foot sophomore, number 1, Ellie Zabel. A 5-foot 10-inch junior, number 3, Shelby Rock. A 5-foot 5-inch junior, number 4, Ava Cook. A 6-foot 1-inch senior, number 21, Paige Werner. And a 6-foot 1-inch sophomore, number 42, Maya Jones. And now for your Appleton East Patriots. A 6'2" senior number 2, Lily Hansford. A 5'8" junior number 4, Sammy Fire. A 6' senior number 21, Emily LaChapelle. A 6'1" senior number 40, Josie Neubauer. And a 6'1" senior number 42, Logan Lowry. Appleton East is coached by Joe LaChapelle. Ladies and gentlemen, the Orthopedic and Sports Institute of the Fox Valley and Advanced Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine are proud to partner with Appleton East to provide sports medicine services for our athletes. Our athletic trainer is Liz Ostrowski and team physician is Dr. Peter Eggert. Visit their websites at osifv.com. And
all right, we've got the starting lineups in, as well as the national anthem for this Fox Valley Association League game. Jumping center will be Emily LaChapelle for Appleton East and Paige Werner for the Rockets of Neenah. Tip is controlled by Neenah. They'll be going left to right and quickly. A three-pointer up, no good. Rebounded by Lowry of Appleton East. Sammy Byer brings it down. You see the ball move quickly by Appleton East from side to side. Emily LaChapelle off the dribble. She drift pass to the corner. Sammy Byer for three. Count it. Sammy Byer shooting 50% from the three-point line this year, averaging almost 14 points a game.
Coach just sat down. Hot start there for Byer. Huh? I mean, that's my secret to Appleton East, I think.
Yep.
There's the answer.
Ava Cook with a 2 from right inside the top of the key, and 3-2 ball game after 2 possessions. Good hard drive that time by Logan Lowry. She gets downhill, gets fouled, and she'll shoot 2. Werner's first, team's first. No good by Lowry. She comes into the game shooting 80%, so misses the first. She'll try to split the pair. No good. Rebound, Allie Zabel. Zabel coming off her career-high 41-point game. She is averaging a state-leading 28.5 points per game for the Rockets. Ball inside, no good by Jones. The Rockets able to get the rebound. Pass underneath. Layup no good. Logan Lowry with her second rebound. Gets it out. Sammy Byer pushing it in transition. Use the ball screen. See Lily Hansford, signee of Oregon State. Kicks it out to Logan Lowry. Shoots the 3, no good. Ava Cook with the rebound. Lowry with the first on the Patriots. Try to see around the land of misfit toys here. Sammy Byer draws the initial assignment on Allie Zabel. Drawn kick, no good. Rebound by Emily LaChapelle. With a team leading 5.7 rebounds per game.
All right, he seems to be getting better.
Emily LaChapelle, there's the footwork. A little bit of a Euro step, starts on the left side, finishes on the right side for her first basket of the game. Comes in the game averaging exactly 20 points per ball game. Pass inside here to Maya Jones. Coach Brunel said it'll be a key for her to have a great game tonight, just to try to get that balance with some inside scoring. LaChapelle brings it down. Logan Lowry in the trail 3 spot. Knocks it down. Lowry shooting 37%. Mr. First makes her second three-pointer, and it's 8-2 Patriots.
You have to move the toys back a little bit here. Alrighty, some housekeeping on the camera work, housekeeping on the crowd control by Coach. We'll settle in now here for a little bit, hopefully. Get caught up on the scoreboard here. We got 8-2 East early going.
A little screen the screener action, triangle set that time, trying to get Emily LaChapelle open on the post. Lily Hansford open the top, and unfortunately, after that action occurred, Lily Hansford with the offensive foul and the illegal screen. It'll be her first, team second.
If you're watching along at home, let us know if there's any major freezing and pausing and stuff. Let me know. I'll try to watch in the comments here for that. We saw a little bit early on and try to get worked through.
And there's Allie Zabel with her first basket on the step back 17-footer. 8-4 Patriots. Great ball movement. Good read by Sammy Byer on the curl. Gets it back out to the three-point line. Drift pass on the baseline.
And we get on and travel.
Abby Gronett in the ball game. She replaced Josie Neubauer. And on the other side, Rachel Dietrich subs in for the Rockets. No good by Ava Cook. LaChapelle in transition. Sammy Byer catch and shoot three, no good. Cook with the rebound.
You know, it's kind of been the thing in the early going here. The 3 or 4 games I've done for Ace is kind of Byer. She'll get her shots early, not forced, but she gets going, and then it really opens everything up for LaChapelle and company.
Well, she's going to probably have to get a little bit more going early on because that's number 2 on Lily Hansford. Oh, I take that back. Hansford had her hands up. They're going to change it. Put it on 22. Abby Gronett. Team's third. Jones misses the first. She comes into the game shooting 69% from the free throw line.
Second one good. Jones was our player of the game a couple weeks ago down in Fond du Lac, Coach. Well, I thought they were going to beat Arrowhead, and she did a nice job in the high post.
She did.
Against Arrowhead's zone. Nice find by Hansford.
Byer on the perimeter again. They're using a lot of staggers. Byer kind of got caught in the air that time. Hence the turnover on the pass. Trying to get Zabel the ball on the post.
And going to have another foul on Byer. Her first.
Yeah, with the size difference, you can see that happening. You know, Zabel's such a talented offensive player. Can score on the outside, score on the inside. She's going to stay on her, but that time able to get the foul on Byer down on the block.
And Byer with the steal there.
Yeah, great battle back. Beat Zabel to the ball.
Hansford thought she had Neubauer all by herself, and she turned around and zipped that pass, and kind of Aaron Rodgers-esque, just over the fingertips of the outstretched defender.
Good catch by Josie Neubauer to keep her balance and convert at the rim to make it a 10-5 game.
And now through the hands of Ava Cook.
And I think those are the turnovers that, you know, Coach Brunell was talking about. They can't have empty possessions like that. That wasn't forced. That's just a skip pass that maybe it's a little bit too quick or a little bit off target, but it wasn't something necessarily that the Patriots forced.
Hansford, no good.
Cook's activity's been outstanding so far.
Three ball on the way. All right, Coach, you didn't see that one, but that net did not even move from Paige Warner. Wow.
I will trust you on that call. There's two spectators, one with a pretzel and one with a hot dog that blocked me out.
That's what you got? You got that on that sweet 3?
Yeah,
you got a pretzel and a hot dog.
I did. Jolly good soda, and we'd have a whole combo meal right there.
Yep.
Double stagger action for Josie Neubauer to get at the top. She rolls. The pass goes a little bit further than she'd like. We have one of our misfit toy boxes going to retrieve the ball.
Hey, he can't even bend over and pick it up.
He can't move his arms.
Too funny.
He'd have broken the box open if he'd have tried to pick that up.
10-8, 11:35 left to go here in this one. So far, a little bit of back and forth. Ooh.
I'd be curious if they get Beyer on the hand check or La Chapelle on the block. Yeah, they get Beyer there for her second. It's interesting to watch Neenah mix things up. Zabel will initiate the offense at times. Cook will initiate the offense. You know, making a lot of people hit her defender on that one when she gives it up and gets some screening action back. Shocker there. First one missed by Zabel, shooting 86% on the year from the free throw line. Maya Jones replaces Kirkleski in the lineup.
Second one good. So Beyer stays in there with those 2 fouls. Yeah, travel. She went right away, but.
Yep. Hesitation when she stopped, dragged that foot.
So Garrard turns it back over to the Rockets. Now here you go now. Zabel initiates the offense like you talk about. Just a little mix-up.
Yeah, and right away they put her in the post.
Well, with Beyer on her, I think you got to. She steps out to 3, no good. Rebound for La Chapelle.
Yep. Yeah, Lily Hansford caught that and I think wanted to put it on the ground but was too high on the catch. Drags her back foot, gets called for the travel.
Boy, I tell you what, these officials are putting the ball in play quickly. That or Neenah's just in position that quick that, I mean.
Maybe a Bears fan or something on this crew.
Yeah, we need to get home and watch that game. Packers took care of business, so now I don't need to watch the game tonight.
I'm glad they like to keep the viewers into it to the very end after the failed 2-point conversion. So, but, I mean, a win is a win.
Yeah. My family already knew I was crazy because I'm the Packer fan, but I had to watch that in Chicago yesterday with a bunch of Bears fans. And
yeah, a little horn set into flex cut action. La Chapelle set the screen. She'll get it back here at the top.
Beyer got away with the moving screen.
Tries to go to the step through in the scoop shot. A little bit too hard. Good throw ahead by Zabel. Roth can't get it to go. Really interesting talking to Coach Brunell that Shelby Roth in a matter of 6 months has won 3 state championships in tennis. With the abridged season, she's won a team title, a doubles title, and an individual title. So hats off to multi-sport athletes.
Go into a bridge season again and try to get some more. Why not?
I mean, she could. I guess she could be in a position to get up to 6 if they can do all that. But
yeah, that's impressive, though.
Congratulations to Shelby. Awesome to see kids succeeding at other sports at the high school level.
Just inside of 10.
And Beyer stays on the floor with those 2 fouls. Good dish inside. Josie Neubauer with the finish on the great feed from Sandy Beyer. 12-9 Patriots.
She's up to 4 on the night. Really leading scorer in the game. Good hard take, no foul called. I love that.
Good hard left hand, kept it there, isn't able to get it to go. Skip pass. Hansford jabbing at the top of the key. Nothing doing, picks her dribble up. Good back screen by Neubauer trying to get Logan Lowry open. Better defense by Neenah.
Step back three, no good. Oh, no.
Yeah, that's,
I agree to disagree.
Yeah.
That's they call the action. Big arm swing,
Yeah.
but ended up with all ball.
You can tell at times in the way the ball rotates. And it rotated backspin. So first on Zabel. Team's third.
Well, then sometimes that ball has to find a way of the basketball gods kind of showing showing if it was or not.
Unfortunately,
First one, no good.
For Lindsey Gerard.
Second one good, though, for Gerard.
Splits it. Back to a 4-point lead.
And going to get 2 fouls now on La Chapelle. Beg your pardon, it's just her first.
Yeah, that one that they gave Byer, so that's team 6. So Neenah will be in the bonus for the last 8:43.
Well, there's going to be 2 right there.
Similar call, same official on the slap down. Huh?
Well,
we just can't. Josie Neubauer takes one for the team there.
well, I think if you're, if you're Emily, you appreciate that.
Yeah, no question. Zabel hits the first, 2 for 3 on the night. Make that 3 for 4.
Oh, 13-11, 8:35 left to go.
Yeah.
Nice rebound by Josie Neubauer.
You know, and a couple of good things happened. They got Neenah to switch on the ball screen. La Chapelle against Jones is a matchup in favor of Appleton East, but also on the roll, Neubauer able to pin Zabel and be able to get the offensive rebound in the putback.
Weak side board by Maya Jones. Going to earn a foul. It's going to go against Josie Neubauer. So her second, team 8th.
Nobody was able to rush in and take that one away from her. Maya Jones unable to convert on the first. 1 for 3 now from the line in the game.
Second one no good. I thought maybe we were a little early into the lane there by La Chapelle, but they play on. Corner 3 right in front of us. No good. Hansford with the easy uncontested putback.
Yeah, kind of tipped it to herself from the right side of the rim over to the left and finished with her left hand, as the lefties like to do.
Well, you can talk about empty possessions. You were able to get a second foul on Lowry, but not at least able to get that coveted 1 point.
Yeah, and really good work off the ball by Zabel. Curled on the down screen, got by her, chasing her behind, gave her a free look.
And we're going to get a
important call here to see who this is on. Oh.
Round of number 1, Ellie Zabel. Her second, team 4. Emily La Chapelle shooting 2 for the Patriots.
So 2 on Zabel. And 2 on Sammy Byer. So be interested to see if those two stay matched up. Zabel will go to the bench with those 2 fouls.
Man, Byer has stayed on the floor the entire time. Let's see, there's a sub here.
Maybe with Zabel coming out, that will get her.
A rare miss by Emily La Chapelle. Shooting 93%.
Byer 3, got it! So a 30-second timeout. We will take it with them. It's our first one. You're watching W7, presented by our good friends at Jolly Good Soda.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
Well, hey, coming up next week, big Watertown Holiday Shootout. Monday, December 27th, 28th, and 29th. Coach, you'll be down there for that first day. That's going to be a dandy.
Yeah, excited always to get some good holiday hoops in and opportunity to see multiple games each day. So it starts with 3 on the 27th, and then games on the 28th and 29th as well. So looking forward to that.
Ball buried in that deep corner. You're not able to see around the Island of Misfit Toys student section. And they're going to get La Chapelle on the carry.
Yeah, this is a point I've got to be honest. There are 10 players on the floor that we all came to see play and 3 other people, and we're not interested in watching them be a part of the game in this way. So,
you know, sometimes they come into that game, they're like, you know what, I'm going to I don't want to say they're going to play there like the I gotcha, but they're like, I've seen her do it before, and as soon as I get a chance to call it, I'm going to call it.
Just make sure it is. Don't take away. She's able to do things with the ball not a lot of people can in Wisconsin girls high school basketball. Let's not penalize her.
Now La Chapelle out in transition. They're going to go white ball, so foul coming on Jones.
It'll be her second. That would have been Josie Neubauer's third. Coach La Chapelle continues to understand seniors and an experienced junior and somebody like Sammy Byer, leaving them on the floor. And again, whatever your philosophy is, it's knowing your personnel.
Step back 3 on the way, no good.
Yeah, Claire Rettler can't get that to go with the left hand from the 3-point line. A good offensive rebound by Abby Gronet. She's fouled. That one is on Kirkleski, her first, team 6. So we'll be looking at bonus on both sides here in the last 6 minutes.
So you got 16 fouls, 4 of them are against your big 2.
Yeah, and that's the depth, the difference, with the Patriots.
So on the bench for Neenah, you've got Zabel and Jones.
Their first and third leading scorers with Ave Cook in the middle there, averaging almost 10 points a game. Try to get a 3. Cook tries to get one to go down. No good. Foul, and we'll be shooting free throws on the other end.
Rocket foul number 12, Rachel defense. Reverse, team 7. Logan Lowry shooting bonus for the Patriots.
Lowry already been to the line tonight. Came in the game shooting 80%, went 0 for 2 in her first attempt. It's that one to go down to earn the second.
Always, numbers have a funny way of evening themselves out.
Yeah, we're far enough in the season. It's not 80% 4 for 5 probably, so. Hits them both, 26-13. Patriots have doubled up the Rockets right now.
Well, as much as you want to get back out on the floor, if you're Neenah after a really good game against Hortonville's squad, that's going to take a lot out of you. And you wouldn't mind having just an extra day of practice with that holiday week. Even a Thursday game would have been great. Nice up and in with the left hand, Shelby Roth.
Yeah, did great position and used her lower body to carve out some space in the paint. Good job by the help defense on Neenah that time. Got in the gaps, caused the fumble, and were able to get on the ground and get the tie up, and they'll get the ball on the possession.
Appleton East, 30-second timeout.
So 30-second timeout. We'll take it with them. You're watching W7 presented by our good friends at Jolly Good Soda.
dancing and prancing, Jingle Bell Square, in the frosty air.
All righty, back here at Appleton East out of the Jimmy Buffett Jingle Bell Rock.
Yeah, the Rockets still with Zabel and Jones on the bench, each with 2 fouls. Cook's going to have to pick up some scoring load, and there's Roth again. Good offensive rebound. Can't get 2 chances to go.
And chased down in the corner there by Hansford.
Logan Lowry on the kick out from Zabel for 3.
Smooth.
Her second 3. That's 5 in the first half already for the Patriots to extend the lead to 29-15.
The answer, got it on the other end. Rachel Dietrich.
Second 3 of the night for the Rockets. First one I viewed since the first one was box influenced. We've had some fans join the officiating crew, as you can hear.
And one on the other end, opportunity coming up. Ava Cook with a nice hard take.
Well, and something that Coach Brunell had said pregame was wanting to have Cook be more aggressive, be able to take Zabel off the point a little bit as she checks back in with the 2 fouls. Good to see Cook get the basket to go down.
Well, and I think if you can get Cook to be aggressive when Zabel's out there on the floor as well, now, no pun intended, you really got something cooking.
Yeah, there you go. But no, great point. And I think it takes some of the pressure off, that Zabel doesn't feel like she's got to get a shot up every possession. Here we see for the first time tonight, the Rockets go to their 2-3 zone. I think something Coach Brunell does a great job changing defenses. We saw that in the Arrowhead game. Really keep good offensive teams off balance.
And inside the La Chapelle, no good, or I gets her own rebound.
Old school, working the zone through the short corner, and she made a great flash, got the pass from the short corner, missed the first one, stayed with it, and finished back with the left hand. Padding her rebounding stats there.
And La Chapelle knocks that one in the front row of the student section.
Somebody better be awake there. Yeah, they're trying to get, good job, I thought, by Appleton East that time. They posted Zabel up with Byer, and but gave her help both from the passer and the weak side.
3 on the way, no good.
Great job by Lowry clearing that. She's doing a really good job on the glass tonight.
Oh, here comes Byer. 10-point lead and the ball here for the Patriots. No, see. It happened right in front of us, Coach. He was looking across at the Neenah bench, and the kid fell down right in front of him, and then he looked and then blew the whistle. He was not watching the drive at all.
No. And the delay on that call, I'm all for getting the call right, but as you mentioned, the delay was because he only looked down and saw the player on the ground.
Like all of a sudden there's a kid in front of me laying on the ground. He had no idea where the ball was even coming from. 3 ball on the way, top of the key, no good from Zabel.
Yeah, and so we'll see. Sammy Byer goes to the bench with 3 fouls. The defensive assignment falls to Emily LaChapelle, who loses it here in transition. Rockets on the attack, don't have anything on the initial. We'll swing it around here. Dietrich, there's Lily Hansford's length, altered that shot, and here come the Patriots in transition.
Corner 3, Hansford, no good. Better go the other way. Yep, exactly.
If that's not a foul in Appleton East, at least Neenah's box out is gets them the ball back there. So great effort that time. That's Paige Werner.
That's always my that's my argument right there. It could have been off a Neenah defender, but it was because it was a foul on Appleton East. So we can either have Neenah ball or a foul. Which one would you like, Coach?
Right.
We'll go the other way.
Yeah, make sure they get the ball. Seemed like it was a foul, but
31-21, 135 left to go. See if Neenah can cut into this here a little bit. Three ball on the way. Got it. Ava Cook.
Oh, I think that's her sister on that one there. And Sophia Cook, number 11.
Was it 11?
Yeah. The box was in a good spot. Yeah. Grown it with the drive in the lane. A little bit off balance, but looked like Fisher bailed her out. Actually, they called that one on Ava Cook. Her first, team 8th. Run it, unable to get the first one to go.
Second one on the way, no good. Rebound though, nice job by Logan Lowry.
Yeah, and I think she's up to 5 or 6 rebounds. Came in the game averaging 3.3, so great activity level.
LaChapelle, elbow J short. Ripped out of there by Zabel.
How did
we got a charge and we ran into the kid's side that's coming over on help defense.
And Allie Zabel did a good job of playing through a complete shot to the head, coming down the floor. And again, I don't know if they felt the contact was incidental, but I think it's pretty much in the open on that first one there, and then the charge call.
Yeah, well, you're used to shots ahead. We got to stop play, go to the monitors, see what we got.
Staying in the zone here.
It's caused some problems for East. They haven't shot the 3-ball as well as they have in games past. LaChapelle, little shot fake, mid-range pull-up. Off the back iron, no good. Going to be a foul there on Lowry.
Yeah. At first I thought he was saying white ball, and it was going to be Logan Lowry shooting it, but I think that's the right.
Yeah, I think if they called that on Neenah, we'd have to protect the cameras. And things would have come unglued here. So go to the other end, and Rachel Dietrich toes the line.
Only shot 2 free throws on the year, was 1 for 2 until that attempt. Missed the first.
Got the second.
Friendly roll.
6-point lead here, 20 seconds left to go.
Yeah, a little 11-2 run here by Neenah to close the gap to 6. The Patriots work to try to get the last shot. Oh, that was a carry.
That one's going to stay here right in front of us. 1.9 left to go. And we're going to get a timeout by Appleton East. Well, Coach, 1.9 baseline out of bounds. What are we looking at?
Well, you know, I would say is there some type of lob play, and obviously with the length of Hansford, the athleticism of LaChapelle, and I think a lot of times that's enough time if the screener sets it and the whole world goes with the person going for the lob, you can get that screener coming back and get an open jumper, and even time to get one dribble down to get to the rim. So we'll see him. Coach LaChapelle obviously calling the timeout on purpose here to diagram something up. We'll see. Does Coach Brunell switch it to the zone? Does he stay man-to-man on the baseline? He does put, has Jones and Zabel in with the 2 fouls. You'd hate to see, it looks like they are going to go to the 2-3.
And you're taking a little risk there with kind of the grab bag of officiating what we're going to get. So Byer will trigger it out of bounds.
Yeah. Oh, good seal on the weak side. They're not going to.
They had it, but she wasn't ready. Really wasn't ready for it. Was Granite.
Yeah, Roth did a good job of bodying up and getting the deflection. So
we head to half. Appleton East 31 and Neenah 25. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with some second half numbers and some adjustments. You're watching W7, presented by our good friends at Jolly Good Soda.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
What does W7 stand for? How did you come up with that name?
We get asked this all the time. So several years ago, my wife put together a Christmas gift for all of our kids and for her and I. And we opened them up on Christmas morning, and they were all T-shirts that said W7 on it. And I said, "What's W7?" She said, "Well, W, our last name's Wibberman, so that's W. 7, there's 5 kids, and the 2 of us, okay, 7, and so we're W7." And so once I started doing this, we didn't have a name at first, and people were asking me, "Well, what do you go by?" And I said, "Well, I'm just Gary." And they're like, "Well, do you have like a company name?" And so I got to thinking, like, we really need some sort of company name. And I actually went and asked her permission. You know, would you give me permission to use W7 as the name of our company? And she agreed, readily agreed, and that's how we came to be, and that's who we are.
Hard to argue though, because the Packers still have like the second best, like, expected points or whatever. Only San Francisco had a better offensive game than the Packers. Like the talk of no weapons, you beat that guy.
Bells will be ringing for sad, sad news. Oh, what a Christmas to have the blues. My baby's gone, I have no friends to wish me greetings once again. Christmas, please come home for Christmas. If not for Christmas, by New Year's night. Friends and relations send salutations. Soon as the stars shine above. This is Christmas, yes, Christmas, my dear. It's the time of year to be with the one you love. So won't you tell me you'll never more roam? Christmas and New Year's will find you home. There'll be no more sorrow, no grief and pain, and I'll be happy, happy once again.
Well, hey, we're at the halftime break here in Appleton. It's Appleton East 31, Neenah 25. Just a reminder, coming up next week, we've got a dandy on tap. The Watertown Holiday Shootout on Monday, December 27th. 3 games starting at 4 o'clock. Watertown versus McGuanago, followed by Waupun and Bondwell. And then Pius will take on Bayport. Back on Tuesday, starting at 12:30, December 28th, Milwaukee, Washington versus Lake Mills, followed by Reedsburg and Rhinelander. It's a very good Reedsburg team looking to make a deep run in the Division II state playoffs. Waupun and Mugwanago. Pius takes on Lakeland. And the home school, Germantown, takes on Aquinas. That should be an interesting one. A kind of rebuilding Aquinas, reloading Aquinas, and a reloading Germantown. That's an interesting matchup, Coach.
Yeah, anytime you can have battles of state champions from the year before, and I think both, Coach Duvey and Coach Donarski are both willing to play better competition, go outside of the state, play people early like Germantown did, both in the Kettle Moraine tournament and at home. Again, they both understand what the ultimate goal is, and have your team as prepared for a run to the rest center as you can.
Yeah, and then to kind of cap things off on Wednesday, back at 12:30, Watertown and Rhinelander, Blackhawk versus Milwaukee, Washington, Aquinas and Greenfield. Lake Mills takes on Lakeland, the Battle of the Lakes. And then Germantown will play Reedsburg. Man, you know what? I might just have to get Wednesday. I just got my schedule. Shoot, I'm working on Wednesday too. I just saw that. Darn it.
Yeah,
so I might have to head down there on Tuesday, but I'm working Wednesday, so I'm not going to be able to see that one. But, hey, some good games down there at the Watertown Classic, and I'm still looking for some games to add for myself over that holiday break now that I got my schedule. So I'm going to fill out some northern games here and maybe dip into the south a little bit. I think Brookfield East takes on Slinger one of those days on, I think it's Tuesday actually, so I might come down and do that one. But, 2:45 left to go here before we get to the second half. Coach, you got some numbers for us?
We do. Let's start with Appleton East. They got out as a back and forth battle the first 8 or 9 minutes, and then they stretched the lead to 29-14, and a great run by Neenah, especially being in foul trouble. 11-2 run to end the half is where we sit at 31-25. 31 points for the Patriots, led by senior Logan Lowry with 8, and that includes 2 triples. Second, Sammy Byer, another player with 2 triples, and we talked about they finished the half with 5, but there was still a lot of time left when they hit that 5th one, so credit the Coach Brunell and the Rockets defense. Lily Hansford and Emily LaChapelle each had 5, and to wrap up the scoring, Abby Gronette had 1 free throw to give them a total of 31. On the Neenah side, and one note, foul trouble-wise, Sammy Byer with 3 for the Patriots. She's the only player in the game with 3 fouls. So scoring-wise for Neenah, 25 points in the first half, led by, no surprise, Allie Zabel. But again, those 7 came before she got that second foul. Sammy Byer did a really good job on her, and then they switched Emily LaChapelle onto her once Sammy got her 3rd. So Ave Cook had 5 points for the Rockets. Coming off the bench, Rachel Dietrich with 4 points, including a 3, and then a 3-pointer for Sophia Cook, a three-pointer for Paige Warren, and Amaya Jones for 1. So as we looked at those, what Coach Brunell was trying to get, I think he'd like a little bit more production inside. Obviously, Isabel and Jones both with 2 fouls. That limited the amount of time Jones could play in the first half. We'll see if they make a change. Again, the 2-3 zone was really good for Neenah when they switched to that. Really only 1 basket in about 5 possessions for Appleton East, and really took away. Not a bunch of threes attempted to it. Appleton East tried to attack it from the inside, got a short corner pass to Emily LaChapelle for a basket, but really nothing besides that. Yeah, and when it was LaChapelle on the reload on that, she missed the initial one, right? And then just unable to box her out because she had that inside position from working early. But so 6-point game here at the half. See what we get here in the second half. I think, we talked about Appleton East. If they get it going from the 3-point line, this one could get away in a hurry. So it'll be interesting to see if Neenah does stay in that zone, and if East comes out and knocks some shots down, or if they continue to try to attack from the inside. For me, I think it's really going to come down to foul trouble. Can Byer not pick up her 4th, being guarded or guarding Zabel? But likewise, if they start LaChapelle on Zabel, can LaChapelle not pick up her 3rd? Because that's going to change things, her attacking mentality to the hoop. And with Neenah starting with the ball, it looks like Sammy Byer will start on her with the 3 fouls, as we've seen all possessions a man-to-man by Appleton East.
Isabella, right elbow. Jay got it right out of the locker room.
Yep.
Firing.
Credit that to working without the ball. Did a great job coming from the weak side corner back up to kind of the free throw line extended. Gets the jumper to go down, and we've got ourselves a 4-point ball game. Again, we talked about both teams averaging over 70, giving up less than 47. Right now, the defenses are prevailing as we had the 31-25 score at halftime. So,
boy, Sammy Byer with another nice drop off, but Neubauer really wasn't looking for it. That's got to be a foul. Yeah, anytime you roll up on the legs like that.
Patriot foul on number 40, Josie Neubauer.
you know, like the hustle, but again, when the ball, she drove between her defender, her offensive player and the ball, taking her legs out. Unfortunately, that'll be Neubauer's third as she joins Sammy Byers as Patriots with 3 fouls apiece.
That's a mismatch I think they got to take full advantage of.
Yeah, just Amaya Jones was able to power.
And jump ball, possession's going to stay. Nope, we're going to go to the other end.
Yeah, again, they got the shot they wanted. You know, Maya Jones couldn't get it to go down. Good hustle that time by Shelby Roth, but the tie-up on the other end, the tie-up ends up sending the ball to the other end for the Patriots.
Yeah, hey, Hayden from Verona says he loves the broadcast. So,
a little pick and pop for La Chapelle. She hasn't shot as many threes, 8 for 20 on the year, misses that one. Good delivery by Hansford. Look at Zabel moving, though. Constant motion.
Top of the key, 3, no good. Nice board there by Hansford.
You know, and a shot I think Coach Brunel can live with. Paige Warner made one in the first half. Hard to stop that, though.
No, very under control, too. Great job not going through the defender, picking up a cheapy charge. That one flipped up to avoid a travel.
It's just a lot of contact. You know, and the initial shot, even before it got to the ball, trying to be saved. Good effort by, you know, Maya Jones trying to walk the tightrope, but steps on the line and yeah, but it definitely the drive in the lane.
A little pull-up 3 there from La Chapelle.
And in 2 minutes and 20 seconds, she's doubled her scoring from the first half, up to 10 points, our first double-figure scorer of the night.
It's kind of got that LeBron effect, right? She just tries to get everybody else going in the first half, and then, all right, you guys had your time. Time for me to take over here for a little bit.
Yeah, no hesitation. Missed that last 3. You know, stepped into that one even off the dribble.
Nice job fighting over the top of the screen there by La Chapelle. Yeah, just that dreaded little drop step.
Yeah, and probably not a position where she's made that move very much. You know, Maya Jones, true kind of low post player. Doesn't, you know, when she catches it up there, usually just in the reversal spot. Again, standing pretty straight up on that. And there goes La Chapelle to the baseline.
Well, and credit to Appleton East defense and the scouting report there. You know, coming in, yeah, she's got no 3s attempted on the year. So
back off.
Playing off, just giving her enough space where she feels comfortable enough to drive and force her into that travel. Byer working hard, chasing Zabel all over the place.
Yeah, and giving good help. Lily Hansford on the post up there.
I tell you what, that's one thing watching, you know, more games than I have in the past and not having to worry about scouting reports and things like that from a coaching perspective. 3 ball in the way, no good. Jones with the reload. Good no call. But the youth kids, just come and watch the top kids. You know, not necessarily just because they're going to Division I, but watch the top kids on the floor and watch them work off the ball without it, offensively and defensively. It's tremendous.
Well, and you can see there, Allie Zabel trying to get the touch in the post. The problem was the spacing. She's trying to post on the same side. Amaya Jones is not used to having somebody there. And then all of a sudden you have, you know, Shelby Roth comes over and posts up. I mean, there's a triple post offense, but I don't think that's what it was designed for. And as we say that, Roth misses a good look on the post.
Pitch ahead by LaChapelle. Extra pass. It's too fast for our camera workers up there. But yeah, great pitch ahead there. An extra pass to Byer. Hey, we will take a quick break. You're watching W7 presented by Jolly Good Soda.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
Just a reminder, next week we've got our Watertown Holiday Shootout, not to overshadow anything we got going this week. This is a great game. Tomorrow I have 5 o'clock tip. Notre Dame is hosting Hortonville. So that should be a good one. I know a lot of people wanted to do that game on Thursday, and then all of a sudden they changed it to Tuesday, and it created a little bit of a scramble to see what the scheduling gods could come up with.
Well, out of the timeout, that's the frustration right there. Coach Brunell's running a set action and gets an illegal screen by Rachel Dietrich, her second. Trying to stem the momentum Appleton East has here to start the second half. Triple drive, good kick out by LaChapelle. Lowry can't knock it down, but smallest player on the floor comes up with the offensive rebound, Sammy Byer.
Just great control of her body. She was expecting the contact, not there. She's able to regather herself, go up with her shoulders square.
Like you talked about, they've scored 11 points in the second half. LaChapelle has 9 of the 11, and again, just the difference, seeing that that's what's needed from her team. She's up to 14, bouncing off screens here.
They go into Roth, throwing off the back of LaChapelle.
Great pass by LaChapelle, got that second level vision, was able to create the help defense to step up and found Abby Gronet with her first basket, 3 points on the night.
And it's one of those things, if they can get some of these threes to fall, it's a much different game.
Zabel got that first look early in the second half, and that's the only 2 points that Neenah's gotten.
Reach from behind, going to go on Hansford.
Teacher foul number 2, Lily Hansford, her third, team's third. And for the Rockets, number 11, Sophie Cook. Number 34, Sage Kukluski.
So 3 for Byer and 3 now for Hansford.
They're both stay on the floor here. Zabel off the inbounds play, had to work for it. And again, credit Sammy Byer making her work.
And there she is with the rebound.
The run that Neenah made to end the first half at the 11-2. Appleton East with the 13-2 run of their
Byer
own.
loads it up short, no good.
To stretch this out to
rebound to Ava Cook.
17-point lead here, if my math's correct.
Cook guarded by LaChapelle.
It's a good job by LaChapelle. You get 2 feet in the paint there for Zabel. Byer doesn't try to reach or slap, just goes straight up, not get that 4th foul. And we'll see that it can end that run here.
Hands for corner 3, no good. Rebound LaChapelle. Left hand, up and in.
Their second, team second. Emily LaChapelle shooting 1.
11 points in the second half. She'll try to make that 12 from the line. She does.
Returning for Appleton East, Lindsay Gerard.
A little behind on the scoreboard there. So 47-29, 11 minutes left to go here.
Let's see here if Isabel trying to have to beat 2 and 3 people here. Good kickouts, the right play. Ava Cook just can't get the 3 to go down. Sammy Byer on the tack. Swings it through Hansford. Good pass by Byer inside.
We're on it. A little footwork, keeps it going. Well, we'll head into the timeouts with them. You are watching W7 presented by our good friends at Jolly Good Soda. Alrighty, back here at Appleton East, 49-29, 10-20 left to go.
Triple team inside on the shot by Jones. Isn't able to get it to go. Hansford came down with it, but as she went to her knees, slid a little bit. Called for the travel. You know, Appleton East on an 18-4 run here to start the second half. To extend the lead to 20, it's 49-29.
And foul's going to go on Grana, her second. Shouldn't be much of an issue there.
Yeah, a lot of bodies around Allie Isabel right now when she gets into the paint.
And going to have a third foul on Grana.
Her third, team's fifth.
So team fifth now. It's 10 minutes left to go. But, you know, these are the little, not that this one's over by all means, but these are the little games within the games that you got to put yourselves in as the season goes on, you know. Foul trouble mounting up. Sometimes the game's called tight, it's called loose. You got to make those adjustments.
You know, the first time this year, obviously, in the other 2 losses, Neenah had the lead in the second half of those games. You know, obviously, Coach Vernell's trying to see how his team's going to respond. Getting down, especially on the road, knowing it's a tall task. But, you know, what in the last 10 minutes here, they might not be able to make the whole deficit up, but what can you get as a takeaway here to see them battle in? And they were down 15 in the first half. So let's see if they can continue to battle and just kind of take this possession by possession and see what they can do.
I think if you can make this into a 3-possession game with about 3 to play, that's ideally what you'd like to get to. And you might have a chance now being in the bonus the rest of the way. And if you don't win, if you end up not winning, you've got East coming back to your place later on in the year. And if you're able to close this game out with some momentum, it makes them think twice, making the trip across town.
So team 6 foul. So like you said, can they get some points from the free throw line, stopping the clock?
Good hard take, no
yeah,
good.
Dietrich can't get it to go, couldn't get it up off the glass. Rolls off the rim. Here comes La Chapelle in transition. Yeah, that's an example of watching a really good player who's worked time and time again. That's not a travel. It's not a travel. She's allowed to pivot out of that jump stop, and she never brought her second foot down.
Oh, boy.
So you see with Byer out the game, La Chapelle takes the Zabel defensive assignment. Missed 3 on the outside there by Cook.
Nice job there by Roth, fighting it away and getting the jump ball. Yeah, Chuck, check it in. Yeah, La Chapelle is tough, knows exactly when and where kind of take over the offensive reins. 3-ball there from Paige Warner.
Yeah, and you can see somebody else. Paige Warner's second 3 of the game. You know, cuts it back to 17, but can we get some other people to help? Excuse me, can Neenah get some other people to help Emily Zabel score the basketball here? Good back cut there, helped open things up for an open 3.
Lindsey Garrard.
Her first 3 of the game.
Just the length from Appleton East is causing a little bit of misdirection on the shots. Just enough to alter them. Corner 3. And we're going to get a timeout from Coach La Chapelle. And, yeah, sorry we missed that 3. That's our volunteer 14, 15, 16, 17-year-olds up at the top of the
Yeah,
up at the top of the bleachers. It's tough.
It's a great job, Emily La Chapelle coming down the right rail, able to get the ball side defense to cheat in, kicks out on a driving kick to Logan Lowry, who's shot ready and knocks it down. Back-to-back threes, get it up to 23 with just under 8 minutes left.
Yeah, 55-32. 7:57 left to go. Timeout from La Chapelle. I think he probably, right here, I don't know if it was me anyway, I'm talking about let's get a couple defensive stops and close this one out. Let's have our 3 best defensive possessions in transition trips of the game right here, right now, and just kind of ice this one out over the next minute and a half or so of the game.
Yeah, it's just in the second half, the obvious says, they've done an unbelievable job scoring the ball more at their normal pace, but they haven't given up anything in transition on the other end. Everything, and we're talking about the 7 points that Neenah has scored in the first 10 minutes. They've really had to earn. And again, when you score in transition, it can just bring the life out of the defense. You're just feeling like everybody seems to be making shots for the other team.
Yep. So out of the timeout, Cook will cross the timeline to Zabel. And nearly stolen away. Nice little shot fake. La Chapelle on the flyby.
Yeah, was able to have enough of it that made the miss, but Appleton East throwing the outlet to the Neenah bench, which was open, but unfortunately out of bounds.
I thought Newbar, I couldn't recall if she took a dribble, but I thought she could have dribbled it, at least dribble clear to the free throw line area. And
she had 2 of her teammates over there, tried to throw it over the head of the defender and cleared all 3 of them.
So a little bit of life yet for Neenah, and they're going to get a block on the drive from Zabel. It's going to go against
Logan Lowry, I think.
Logan Lowry, then third, team 7. Allie Zabel shooting 2 for Neenah.
First one up and good.
She missed that first one. Now she's, made 4 in a row. More like the 87% free throw shooter. She came in the game.
Coach.
Coaches, it was announcer's jinx right there. Misses the second.
Lowry, 3 on the way. No good.
Hold on, Appleton East ball.
Good hustle by Sammy Byer on that. Forces Ava Cook to can't get both hands on it. Stays with Appleton East.
A little coffin corner inbound again. Try to go to the weak side, throwing away. Nice pass ahead from Zabel.
That's what you're talking about, really the first transition opportunity of the second half. Almost 11 minutes in. Good pass ahead by Zabel.
Ava Cook shooting 2.
First one, no good from Ava Cook.
Yeah, it's 1 for 2. Before that free throw, shooting 67% on the season. See if she can knock this one down.
Hansford will check back in. And second one around the rim, and no good as well. So now a little 1-3-1 action. Got 2 people cutting to the high post.
Yeah.
La Chapelle, 3, no good off the top of the backboard. Rebound eventually in the hands of the Rockets.
Good job of maybe speeding Appleton East up a little bit there. When it did go dead corner, they went to the trap.
3 ball on the way. Rachel Dietrich. Quick inside to Josie Neubauer.
You know, Neubauer's first basket of the second half. She's up to 8. Good job by Appleton East on that ball screen there. Sophie Cook with the drive to the basket and the left-handed finish, but not just switching it. You know, La Chapelle's physical with it. Sammy Byer knows they're trying to get some indecision to try to get Zabel open. Good drive. I tell you what, really good second half by Lindsey Gerard. You know, has already scored once, had a good drive right there.
Lindsey Gerard shooting 2.
Yeah, I really think Gerard and Granite both kind of come off the bench and they provide great depth for East. Especially you get in the regional sectionals and you're going to have, if you get a La Chapelle or a Hansford or Byer in foul trouble, if you can get these kids to come in off the bench and, you know, they don't need to produce a ton of points, but if they can just hold the water, nice job.
It's a good rebound by Zabel, and there may have been contact, but she faded away on that foul. Good job by Sammy Byer again. Might be the smallest player on the floor. She's boxing out like a power forward on that one. You gotta give Appleton East credit. You know, it doesn't matter who on the roster. When their toes are set, they're gonna let it go from the 3-point line. And again, confidence Coach La Chapelle instills. You know, they shoot a ton. They're so active in the preseason. Slow it down a little bit here. Under 5 minutes to go. Spread it out and get some motion action here. Neenah back to the man-to-man in transition off the miss.
A collapse on La Chapelle and on the step through.
Into the Rockets, number 12, Rachel Dietrich, and number 42, Amaya Jones.
Coach La Chapelle saying, I need you to move. I need more movement. Too much standing and watching on the drive.
Yeah, you get people just glued to their spots. And again, if you can take a couple steps up, you can hear them yell loop, loop, loop. That means come back behind the penetration as opposed to
block there from Hansford.
Josie Neubauer returning for the Patriots.
So Neubauer will check back in here for East.
Neubauer with 4 fouls. Logan Lowry on the baseline right now with 4 fouls. Some ball screen, flare screen action for Lily Hansford to try to get a 3. No good. But again, Neenah's not getting any kind of numbers, even though they're trying to push. Good job by Appleton East getting back in their transition defense. Sense of urgency Neenah needs to have here. But again, we're seeing 27 points already, 14 minutes in. again, more of the offensive flow that Appleton East has when you average 71 points a game.
Yeah, well, you talked about, or Coach Joe LaChapelle talked about it. There were some runouts against that Hopkins team that really put that game away for them, the difference maker, and you're seeing that pay off here against Neenah. We talked about East really doing a great job cutting down on the transition points. 3 on the way from Zabel, no good. But until you really have it done to you and you have those aha moments, you know, you might give up 5 or 6 against the team that you beat by 20. It doesn't hurt you, right?
Right.
But then you take one on the chin by 40 and you're outscored in the transition by 20 or 30 over a stretch. You're like, aha.
Well, and I think you can see the physicality too. You know, Allie Zabel's taking a lot of bumps with the ball in her hands, off the ball. You know, I mean, that's got to be part of what Appleton East is trying to do, is trying to just physically wear her down.
They go inside the LaChapelle, guarded by Zabel, going to pick up her
Number 1, Allie Zabel.
third.
The third, team score.
Yeah, good find by Bayer. LaChapelle moving without the ball on the baseline. Set up nicely, and Zabel ends up fouling her here. So LaChapelle knocks the first of 2 down. She's up to 18, with 13 of those being here in the second half.
Returning for Appleton East, Andy Conor.
So under 3 to go. 22-point lead for Appleton East. And knife through here. Jones fighting all the way to the end. Nice challenge there from Zabel.
You see the senior and the sophomore going at it, and obviously if not only just played against each other and against as you know, players for Neenah and Appleton East, but also, you know, both play in the same AAU program.
Hands
with
for
Wisconsin.
3, got it.
So the veterans teaching the youngster it's not quite your time yet. You might lead the state in scoring, but you're not gonna lead the team tonight, and obviously not get the win either. So.
Yeah, that's senior year. It's still my time a little bit.
Yep.
You can have the conference next year, but for now, it's mine. Maybe not with Hortonville.
Jones misses the first, and again, one of those keys that Coach Brunell talked about is, could she be effective on the inside, and really hasn't gotten on track. The foul trouble hurt. She hits the second one for her second point of the game. And again, 14 points here in the second half.
Hansford 3, no good. Nice job on the double.
Yeah, the active hands by Appleton East right there. You know, that time it was Groner, and, you know, just, again, coming from up underneath.
Lowry, no good.
Good box out by Neenah. They're still playing hard, Conor, you know, I appreciate that.
Absolutely. I think you just don't want to let this slip away and feel bad going on the return trip when they come to your place. You want just a little momentum, close out this last minute and a half. And
Zabel's up to 14, but she's really had to earn it tonight.
Lowry, a little shake and bake. Right hand pull-up floater, no good.
Out of bounds, Neenah ball. Into the Patriots, number 11, Claire Rutland. For Neenah, number 23, Katie Soderberg.
Might be the night for Amaya Jones. Coming to the last minute here, 63-41, Appleton East. Cook drive there, and unfortunately, a teammate got involved. Kind of cutting through on the hard drive.
It's tough enough to go against this Appleton East team. Then you throw in a 6th defender. Hands for right hand, no good.
Yeah, just, never really got that up in the air. Kind of low release point there, going to her right hander.
He finds a bell and a cutting back door.
Good pass by Ava Cook right
Yeah,
there.
the thing with Hansford though all night is, so Lowry kind of got in foul trouble a little bit, and then Hansford was the next one by committee.